Welcome everyone to our daily Forex market analysis call, and this is in preparation for May 23rd, 2017. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. If you have questions about your individual investing needs, I recommend you talk to your investment advisor. Okay, so let's move on to, we'll start off with our Forex factory here, looking at the calendar. So today we had Eurogroup meetings. Now going into into tomorrow, we have, this week is very, very busy week. It is full of our central banks. So that's the biggest thing. On Wednesday, we have FOMC coming up. And then we had Prime Minister May speaking here. We have Eurogroup meetings and all of that. And we have Bank of Canada on Wednesday as well. So let's take a quick look at Wednesday. So Wednesday is big. Bank of Canada rate statement. We have ECB President Draghi speaking and FOMC. So three central banks are on for Wednesday, and they're all in the New York session. So this can be a little bit tricky. So keep that in mind. And for tomorrow here, for Tuesday, oops, went a little too far. For Tuesday, we have PMI data coming out, and we have the IFO business climate. All of this is in the London session, and we also have inflation for the British pound. So all of these are all leading indicators. As a result of that, they are important. And going in here, we have FOMC members, a lot of FOMC members. And what that means for our trading is that if they have comments or if they say anything, market will pay more attention to their comments, especially right before FOMC. So keep that in mind. Like we saw previously, last time they raised rates, before Fed raised rates, all the FOMC members were scheduled kind of like this, and they started talking about the potential of raising rates. So if we hear commentary about interest rate hikes, or how they're positive and they think we can still do the 3 interest rate hikes this year as they have planned, keep that in mind, because that may give US dollar a boost if we start seeing a lot of these comments. So currently, US dollar is getting beaten down with all the news that's coming out of Washington here, and also because President Trump hasn't been able to do some of the things that he had committed to doing. So all of that is really weighing down on the US dollar. Normally, we don't see that, especially when they start to talk about raising interest rates. That currency becomes very, very expensive, and it tends to go up. But right now, because of the political situation, we are seeing a different scenario, which is not the norm. So tomorrow, going into these FOMC member speeches, they will have greater impact on the market, or they could have greater impact on the market than we are normally used to seeing. So keep that in mind. Okay, so let's move on to the chart. So that's all for our data. We have, again, a lot of PMI numbers, which are leading indicators. So new home sales, again, another leading indicator. So if the data comes out negative, that will drag the US dollar down. So we have seen previously last couple of weeks, the US dollar data hasn't been that strong. As a result of that, that's another thing. So combination of bad US data as well as stuff going on in Washington is actually dragging US dollar down. So keep this in mind as we go into Wednesday here. All right, so let's go on to the charts here. We will start with Euro here. Euro has been very strong. So as we can see, big bullish candle, and now we saw another push higher. This one here, we are looking for another move to the upside. The target here would be 1298, so about 1300 range. So as we can see, big engulfing candle, another push higher, and we are already starting to see a bit of the move to the upside. So this is bullish for tomorrow. looking at the 1 hour chart, as we can see, price came back, did a back test, has gone through the high here. So in this case, the pullback level will be this 1200 level, so this previous high, or even into the pivot level. So this will be a good place for a potential long. So 1.1210 or even 1200 would be a good level for a long. So right now, this looks very bullish based on the daily candle close. So we are looking at this support and resistance area, or even into this. This will be the first target, 1256 approximately, and then we are moving right into this high here. And this one happened right at the time of election, so we are back into those levels. US dollar has really taken a hit. We haven't seen these levels since November, so here we are back into those levels again. So definitely bullish for euro. Oh, another thing that is creating bullishness in euro is also Merkel came out and said that euro is actually cheap right now. It is undervalued. As a result of that, that's another reason the euro kind of went up today. Okay, so for the British pound here, this is very neutral. We are into this 130.50 resistance area, but at this point we saw for the last 3 days here, price hasn't broken the high. So at this point, a good overall though, sentiment is bullish. We are still looking for a bullish move, but it could pull back into this 128.50 area. If it pulls back into 128.50 area, that would be an opportunity to get a long trade in this one. And if it doesn't pull back that much, then we could just see it come into this level here, which is 129.50. So right now it looks like it wants to pull back. So 129.50 would be a potential level for a pullback, or 128.50. So this could be a potential long here. So this one here, that is a very strong, will be a very strong support and resistance area, because if you look back, so 3 times price rejected that level. So 28.50 certainly plays for a long, but if it doesn't pull back that much, then we are looking into this S1 level 129.50 for a potential long. So at this point, it is holding the highs. Here we are back into this level. Again, we haven't seen this level since September of 2016. So back into these highs. Once it breaks through this level, so another opportunity to go long on this would be once it breaks this 130.50 level on the other side of it. So that move, we are looking for a break here, a pullback into these previous highs, and then along from there. And the target for this week for British pound is really 133.50 level. So we could see, we could go higher in this one. So that's the move that we'd be looking for. However, if it does pull back, decide to pull back into 128.50, that would be a good level as well for a potential long. New Zealand dollar here, it was hitting this resistance for quite some time. See how we were not able to go higher, but now it has finally broken through. All the commodities crosses are doing quite well right now. Today was a good day. And in this case, we are looking for a pullback into this level, 69.55 area, this one. So the move that would be a nice move to see would be one of these. So we see price pull back into 169.55 and then push up higher. Overall, though, based on the daily candle close, that's a very bullish close on this one. Broke above the previous highs. So for this, we are certainly bullish. The first target would be 70.50 level right there. So that's a nice support and resistance area. Above that, we are looking at about 7,100. So the 70.50 will be the first target area for this. If we take a look at our 1 hour, see how price broke above this. So we could see it come back into this level, 69.50 level, which is about 50 pips from where it is currently. So again, we are looking for price to pull back here and then do another, make another leg higher. So this is certainly looking bullish here. Aussie here, Aussie is also bullish. It broke above the previous highs. Now the pullback could just be into this 74.60 area and then another move to the upside, or we could see a pullback into 74.40 area. So again, we are looking for a similar move. We are looking for a bit of a pullback here and then a move higher. So that's the move that we would be watching out for. In terms of our target here, 75.50 will be the first target to the upside. Now that we have broken above these highs, this entire inefficiency becomes open to us. So price can go all the way to the top of this one, which is 75.50 level. And if we go into our hourly chart, this is the pullback level we're looking at, which is approximately right into our S1 level here as well. So we're just looking for a bit of a pullback here and a move up higher. Another scenario we could see is a shallow pullback right into the pivot point here and another push higher. So nicer pullback would be this one right here, a deeper one. But it may just stay, if it holds above this level here, it could just make another move to the upside. Overall, though, we are bullish based on the daily candle close. Dollar CAD here has had quite a nice move to the downside. Clean break of this level, previous level here, and now today's close is actually a little neutral, but we are still moving lower because we're making lower highs and lower lows here, and the close is lower here as well. More neutral than I would have liked, but it looks like we are going to move lower here. So the target to the downside bias is bearish, and we are looking for a 13400 level. So the bottom of this pin will be the target to the downside. This is a nice level. Price has reacted at this several times, so bias would be to the downside. And looking at our 1 hour chart, we haven't been here in quite some time. As we can see, we are that this is the anatomy of a price move, right? So we see price went up, did another push up, third level up, and now it's starting to come down. So this looks good. 3,400 is a good level for targeting in this. But overall, though, if we take a look here, this does look very heavy, so it looks like it wants to move lower. It is constantly making lower highs and lower lows, so it looks like it wants to move lower. So overall, this one is, we are bearish on this, on dollar CAD. Let's move on to dollar yen here. Bearish. We are looking to fill this level here. This is a good support and resistance level here. This one, the reason this one looks bearish is because we have this pin on the upside. It is slightly lower high than yesterday, or Friday, I should say. And even though it closed with a green candle, it still doesn't, the candle itself is very, very small. So we could see a move back into this level here, so kind of back towards the bottom of the range. See how price stayed in this range for a while, and we have held this range for the last few days. So at this point, we could see price sort of go lower here, and 1120 level will be the target level, but it is a range. So if the price breaks above 111.80 level, then we are looking for top 113.25. So because it's a range, we have to be open to trading both sides of it. If it breaks above, so it has to be a clear break like we saw in Euro and dollar CAD there. So this is the move we would see if the price breaks above 111.80. So we're looking for a pullback into that level and then looking for a move higher. In that case, this part of the inefficiency is likely to get filled if it does break up higher. However, if it stays within the range, we could just see the price trickle down towards the bottom here, and then we could get a reaction at 110.20 area. So those are the two options, but right now the one that's immediate one would be more just kind of trickle down towards the bottom of the range and then a potential signal. So this is bearish. And let's take a look here. As we can see, price has been holding this level here, right about here, and it has been moving lower. So this is the level we're watching, 110.20. From here, we could see that move that we talked about. So we could see a double bottom type of move with this here, and then a push to the upside going towards the top of the range again. Okay, so CAD yen. CAD yen is looking bullish, but it is into resistance. So this one we would have to be careful with. Overall, though, this looks bullish because it is making lower highs, excuse me, higher lows and higher highs. So this looks bullish. So based on what we are seeing here, this looks bullish. So, but we do need to see a break, a clear break of the resistance, and yen crosses may move together. So keep that in mind. So we could see, if we see a break, then we are cautiously bullish on this one. This is what we are looking for, basically. It is a bullish, so last 3 days, nice bullish pin bar, another move to the upside and another move to the upside. It's compressed between the 2 days, but if it breaks up, we are looking for move to the upside there, and the target would be 83.70 level right there. Okay, New Zealand yen, very bullish, very bullish close, and based on this, we are certainly bullish. And in this case, a good level would be this one here. So 7,700 level for a pullback and then another move up. So this looks very bullish here. This kind of move is what we could see. So 7,700 would be a good level for a pullback and then another move to the upside. So bullish here. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. This is the level that we just talked about, so, or maybe 77.20 level. So we could see a move here and then higher. So keep that level in mind. Dollar Swiss franc. This is very neutral close, but it has been dropping for the last little while. US dollar is certainly taking a hit. So in this case, because the trend is to the downside, even though the close is very neutral, we could see a move to the downside here, 96.80 level here, and then it will depend on what happens right here. So we'll have to keep an eye on this level. If it holds above, then we could see this. See, this is a strong level. If not, then we are likely to see another move lower, and in that case, that one, 96.40 area would be the next target to the downside. So 96.80 level would be critical to watch, because that's where we could see support come in, and we can see a double bottom right here and move to the upside. But right now, based on the trend here, it looks like it's still bearish. But the close is neutral on the day. Okay, so I think that's all we have. Let's take a quick look at oil here while we are here. Oil, yeah, been moving up. Now this would be a little, see how it's right into this level. So this is an important resistance level, and price had trouble even on the way down here. It back tested into it and then dropped. So price had trouble here before. We could see it move higher into that level, but right now we have been seeing bullish days for this. This is the first really the pin bar we have seen. So keep that in mind. I would say cautious on this one. Cautiously bullish on this one is what I would say, but I don't like the pin on this. So be careful with dollar CAD as well, because it's not just the US dollar weakness, it's also the oil that comes into play there. Looking at our gold here, we are bullish. Last few days have been bullish with this. The next target would be that level there, which is 1272 level. So right now, based on this candle close here, this is still bullish. So we could see a move up higher. So 1272 would be the next target to the upside for gold. Okay, so in terms of what looks like the best level here would be this one here, the euro. So I would be keeping an eye on this. I'm looking for a pullback into 1200. I may send out a potential, I'm going to watch it tonight. I may send out a potential trade. So we'll do our trial this week. I'm going to start sending out some trades if I can see them. I'm not going to call one right now, but a tentative trade would be a pullback into 1200 and then a long trade from there. So keep that one in mind. And I do like New Zealand here, pull back into 69.50. And I like, and again, these are all long trades. So Euro dollar long, New Zealand dollar long, and Aussie long here as well, 74.40 for a pullback, and then move to the upside. So those are the three potential ones I have in mind, but I will keep an eye on them, and I may send out a trade. So I would say, give these a try. Let's do a trial this week, and then we will, depending on how it goes, we'll just kind of shift into calling trades based on our daily analysis. So any questions about this or anything to add? Okay, so looks like there's nothing. So we'll call it a wrap. I will see you guys in the trade room tomorrow morning. However, do kind of keep an eye out if I send a trade. It is not confirmed that I will. I just want to keep an eye out on it, and I may send it. So if you do miss the trade, don't worry about it. We are looking to make this shift, so there will be more trades in the future. So don't worry. All right, you guys, that's it for today. I will see you tomorrow.